Salam and good morning. In this video, I'll be teaching the third subtopic under adherence to medical advice, which is improving adherence. In the last video, I've oh, in the last video, sorry, in the last video, I've talked about improving practitioner style in order to improve adherence. Okay, we've looked at this, in which we found out if we change the doctor's attitudes and style of communication, it may um, affect the level of adherence. And these are the ways that we've looked at, okay? Now, the third one, not the third one, sorry, the second one is behavioral techniques. Now, behaviorists offer a number of suggestions to improve adherence, such as one, using classical conditioning or aversion therapy to change habits. If you remember what classical conditioning is, just try to remember Pavlov's dog and the bells. Okay, using conditioned stimulus and to provide conditioned response. Okay, second one is using positive reinforcements, basically rewarding them to encourage positive behaviors. And the third one is using role models. If you've looked at Bandura, the effect of role models on aggression. Okay, so that's social learning theory to show the importance of adherence to medical requests. Okay, now this one we're gonna look at the second one, which is using positive reinforcements to encourage positive behaviors. Reinforcement that we are talking about here is money. Now, while you're looking at the slides, you may have a look at page 237, no sorry, 235 on your textbook, okay, as a reference as well. Okay, so the aim was to evaluate the relative impact of four conditions for motivating parents to take their children to be immunized, so for vaccination. Okay, so we are gonna try four ways to motivate parents and see which one of these four ways is the most effective. Okay, so you would call that the independent variable. So the target population consists of children 5 years or younger who needed one or more vaccinations for diphtheria, tetanus, polio, etc. The entire population of a medium-sized Midwest city were used. Okay, so that's a huge sample. So this is the independent variable. Okay, the type of message that was presented to them on their postcards. So they were sent postcards in order to motivate parents to bring their child to be vaccinated. Okay, so the four different types were male general prompt, male specific prompt plus expanded clinic hours, male specific prompt plus a monetary incentive, that is a lottery. Okay, so we want to see which one of this will result in the highest number of vaccination in kids. Okay, so the what we are measuring is the attendance at the clinic for immunization measured over 12 weeks. So the prompts were constructed for each child by researchers based on information from medical records. The four conditions differed in the type of message that was presented to them on their postcards. So the conditions and the details were um, general prompt group. A total of 195 participants were given these postcards. General vaccination information and a prompt to get their child vaccinated following. Specific prompt group. Inoculation is basically vaccination, by the way, guys. Okay. Specific prompt group, 190 participants. Client specific inoculation information sent and told inoculations would be free. So this is more specific to the child. Okay. Increase assess group also received a specific prompt and told about special extra clinic opening times. Monetary incentive group received specific prompt and told that there will be cash prizes if they had their child inoculated. The fifth group, this was not mentioned in the IV, but there was a fifth group, which is a contact control group. They only received telephone contact requesting basic information. and no contact group, no contact made with these families for the entire study, and see whether they would show up for vaccination or not. Okay, you can look at this a bit clearer from the textbook on page 236. Okay, as you can see in general prompt, it's very general, so unless your doctor decided differently, your child needs X doses of X vaccines at X ages. Okay, this is different from if you look at specific prompt where it says to the parents of, so here they specify the name. Okay, a more personalized message containing details of the exact immunizations that the child needed. And then the increase assess group is the same as the specific prompt, I think. And then the only difference is the fact that it mentions that the clinic opening times is extended, sorry. Okay, and then the other side of the postcard says, just sign all of your children in at the clinic and you may go out for the evening or day while we take care of them free of charge. I would buy that actually. Hope to see you there. Okay, so that's the increase assess group. So I think that would be a reward for me as well. Monetary incentive group. Basically, they are given giving away $175 in cash prizes to parents who turn in the ticket attached to this page. Okay, so instructions for the lottery eligibility were made for the contingent on the child's clinic attendance for immunization by instructing parents to bring their child into the clinic for inoculation for vaccination, tear off the ticket, and deposit in the lottery box. Parents were informed that the three monetary prizes, $100, $50, and $25, would be drawn in a lottery held subsequent to the intervention period. So there's a high chance of them winning using a lottery ticket. Okay, lottery ticket was attached to the bottom of the page. Okay, so the impact of the different prompts was measured over the following 12 weeks to assess how many of each group would attend the clinics for the immunization injection. The results showed that the monetary incentive group had the biggest impact on attendance, so money is always the answer, followed by the increased assess group, specific prompt group, and general prompt group respectively. So here they are saying that if you want to increase adherence, one of the method is to provide monetary incentive. Okay, now I think you've seen this attempt at booster recently, where if you get a booster, then you get free drinks at Coffee Bean, was it? I think so. That was also one of the ways to improve adherence, which is adherence to medical advice to get booster shot. I don't know if you've gotten your booster shot, but I heard there are rewards for it. Okay, so as you can see, money can increase adherence. So that is one of the ways. The second way is the fun hailer. This is incentive in terms of for the children. So children don't see money as incentive. So what can we do for the children? Okay, especially with young children, making medical treatment programs fun and engaging can have positive consequences on the levels of adherence and engagement with the medication. A novel asthma spacer device, the fun hailer. This fun hailer. So you can see this is the inhaler, the normal inhaler, but there's a device that can help it fun for the kids. Okay, incorporates incentive toys to a child's inhaler. So this is their incentive, a toy. Okay, if the correct breathing technique is used, the child is rewarded by a fun whistle sound and a spinning toy within the inhaler. So this is how it works. So you attach your inhaler here. So basically, if you inhale, it makes this toy spin, and the whistle makes a sound. Apparently, that's fun for the kids. Okay, So the participants are 32 Australian children suffering from asthma for a mean duration of 2.2 years. So they are already what do you call it, familiar with the inhaler. Okay, procedure. Questionnaires were completed after the use of breathe effect. So this is a breathe effect. This is a um, different inhaler for kids. Okay, this is the back then. This was the current market leader in Australia. Uses a spacer for asthma drug dispensing, and then after the use of the funhaler over sequential 2 weeks. So this is so the children took part in both conditions. So they tried the breathe attack, okay, which is what they normally use, okay, and then they tried the funhaler. So this would make it independent measure design or repeated measures design. Can you please answer that question by texting me for as an attendance? Please text me the answer whether this was an independent measure design or repeated measures design. Okay, yeah. So basically, in this study, um, the questionnaires were they after they've used this and then they've used that, and then their parents complete a questionnaire. Okay, so the funhaler provides a child with an incentive to take their medication as correct. Usage rewards of the child with a spinning disc and a whistle. Result: there was no significant difference in the quantity of medication delivered by the two devices. They still use it the same way, at the same time, same amount, sorry. In terms of adherence to the drug, 38% more parents medicated their child on the previous day using the funhaler compared to using the standard breathe attack method. Okay, so after a while, um, more parents started to use the funhaler compared to the breathe attack method, and 60% more children adhered to the recommended dosage of 4 more cycles of drug delivered with the funhaler compared to the traditional method. So the child liked it more. They took the correct amount dosage more with this device. So for the kids, um, money wouldn't be an incentive to them for they use toys in this study as an incentive, and it works. They adhere more. Okay, and that's it, and that's the end of improving adherence and the end of adherence to medical advice. So please text me privately the answer to the question I just gave you about whether it's independent measures or repeated measures design. Thank you.